some of the quarterbacks that Miami is looking at for the class of 2024, maybe having a new coordinator and quarterbacks coach might change their board a little bit, but guys that they seem to be going after at quarterback, Air Noland, who sounds really excited about this hire. He commented on it. He's going to be visiting again in a couple of weeks. Michael Van Buren, another one Miami's been after. Julian Sayin, who's an Alabama commit, but Miami's still been working hard on him. Luke Moga, another one. Which one of these quarterbacks, John, do you think might fit a Shannon Dawson offense best?
It's hard not to push in the Air Noland direction. First guy you mentioned, just a true dual threat who can absolutely sit in the pocket and deliver. I mean, just had a huge 12 months, including an undefeated state title run at Langston Hughes High School up in the Atlanta area last year. Just ultra productive player. Who's kind of just scratching the surface of what he's going to be from a quarterbacking perspective. You think of a lot of the modern trends at the position, and it's a guy like Air Noland that sort of fits that. Lengthy, plenty of room to fill out, good athleticism on top of it, but really it's about him planting his feet and delivering the football. I think that's where you see so much success in these type of offenses. Obviously, Julian Sayin, from a pocket passing perspective, to be alliterative, fits very well, but he's committed to Alabama. So I think that's such an uphill battle for Miami. Van Buren has a little bit more of that dual threat ability, as does Luke from the state of Arizona. So clearly that's going to be the direction that Miami is pushing towards from a quarterback athletic profile standpoint. Obviously, if you can go get a Julian Sayin, who's not a bad athlete, but not known as a runner, you go get him because he's one of the best arms in the class. But beyond that, it seems like there's a bit of a type developing from Miami. And obviously that's going to be furthered with Dawson as these spring visits get going here over the next few months. So yeah, Noland with that March visit, or that early March visit, I think will be really important for Miami because he's kind of the next hottest name at the position. Dylan Raiola is the top uncommitted quarterback in the country, but we kind of feel like we know the schools that are in it. It's a small group. Ohio State used to have him committed. Now they're circling back on other names like an Air Noland as well. So he's now become the hottest quarterback recruit, not named Dylan Raiola. So his timeline, I think, will be a little bit accelerated. And the schools that are trying to move into that contending position are going to have to show themselves sooner rather than later. So I think the timing of this Miami visit, especially with the Dawson hire on board, is going to be really critical. So he's the guy that I have my attention most focused on from a Miami perspective, at least right now.
Let's go to quarterback because there's a really good one who is going to be visiting March 4th on Junior Day, and he seems pretty enthusiastic about what's happening at Miami, and that's Air Noland, Langston Hughes High School in Georgia, state champion, 4-star quarterback, and from where I sit, Brian, his skill set, I think, would be a really good fit in Shannon Dawson's offense at Miami. Do you agree?
100%. I've known him since his freshman year. He was on Cam Newton's 15U team. I did a special on him a couple of years ago with some of his other teammates. Another kid that's got a high intellectual ceiling, very yes sir, no sir, traditional deep South, just very respectful. But he's also a kid that gets it, that not every play has to be a deep shot. Yeah. He played with SFE with those guys, Chance Robinson, and then this past weekend, he was rotating with other guys, didn't complain about it. They're loaded at every spot. And he just makes the passes that you have to, and he's also mobile. He does well outside the pocket. He can throw deep if you need him to, but he's been trained forever to play quarterback, and he's a unique kid. He'd be really good in about any offense, to be honest with you.